Oh wow, this computer is doing the Watusi. Okay, here we go. I found it. All right. There we go. Ready to roll. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Not like free of mind. Star 106 hits. Happy Monday, everybody. It's a brand new week, brand new month. Welcome to your Motivational Monday right here on your hit station. Of course, today's show is powered by Grace Kennedy Money Services, Western Union, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Thank you to CFAL, KFC, Pinder Tile, and of course, thank you to Solomon's. All righty. Good afternoon to each and all locked and loaded. Of course, we are 106.5 on the FM band. Thank you to everybody locked and loaded. Channel 976 is where you find us on cable. And let's not forget our Facebook faithfuls, Star 106 and Natural Empress on Facebook. All right, good to have you in my company as always. Of course, we are definitely really happy to bring this to you every Monday. As a matter of fact, Sean is sitting in for Coach today. Coach is still in celebratory mode. All right, anniversary and wife's birthday, and on our run right now. Like it's all good though. We give him a pass, but Sean is always with us. And thank you, Sean, for sitting in for Coach today. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. It is my esteemed pleasure to give Coach a break so that he can celebrate. I did a little celebration myself Want to
Yes,
shout out
happy
to all of
belated.
those. Thank you. Want to shout out to all those persons who are now in the throes of having a birthday and celebrating the great month of December, where is I'm at the beginning. In the middle we have JC, and at the end we'll go ahead and go into the new year. So we just this is celebration time.
Definitely, and I mean it's the Yuletide season. It's that time of year where people are definitely in celebratory mode. We ready to throw down. This is the time when people are the nicest, actually, for the most part. They've been kind of scroogey all year, but come, once you put out the little lights and the little went to your Luther Vandross every year, every Christmas is like, it does something to the soul. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely, and especially you can't forget Mariah Carey. All I
Oh
want for
Lord, I,
Christmas
I
is
was
love.
trying to forget, but okay, thanks. Yeah.
Well, you can see behind me, I am fully regaled and ready to go. This is my time of year.
Wow, I,
Hey,
I see it.
hey, and
Chestnuts roasting by your open fire. See, we don't have
open
none of that.
fire. I got a fireplace downstairs.
Oh, wow.
I didn't
Okay,
set up
well,
by a fireplace. One of the things I was doing, Empress, this weekend was uh even though I ain't home, I saw homeboy flavor. So I was already listening to some Junkanoo from the various Junkanoo practices. I
good.
had my clandestine informers going out and let me have a sound. And boy, I cannot wait for that number. I think we coming out number 6, the Mighty Saxon Superstars. So I can't wait. I am just elated and just happy. It is Christmas.
Yeah, man. It's definitely Christmas. And of course, with Christmas being so very close, you got to get your mind right for it. You know what I mean? You got to, not only get your mind right for the Yuletide season, but of course, for the new year to come. We talk
Yes,
about new year, new me, but what does that really mean? You can't, jump over to January if you don't deal with the now, getting your mind right for the holidays. And believe you me, it does take some preparation. Sometimes we just wing it, we take it as it comes, and we, get to that bridge, we cross it. But if you actually take the time to prepare for it, it makes the season really, really, truly bright. You know what I mean?
definitely. I mean, and anything that you do, you should prepare yourself. And even though that here in Utah season, we always go and just do stuff. No, we need to prepare ourselves and get our mind right. And because if you get your mind right, your body is going to follow, eh?
True.
So just have some basic tips for people getting their mind right, to celebrate this Yuletide season. Uh, got about four good ones. I think I kind of took some notes from Coach Pastor. So let's just dive right into Empress. Uh, saying it, saying it until it comes through. The Bible says, if you speak it, it can come true because the tongue is the most powerful tool we have. So you have to stay positive by saying stuff. You know, take all the positive and carry the positive, leave all the negative stuff alone and push that aside. We already know what's negative in our life and who is negative that are around us. So if we take all that negative stuff and push it away, simple as you're in traffic and no one likes traffic. That could be a negative. But if you're in traffic, just breathe. Just knowing that, hey, all of us are here together. We're still in the line of the living. In fact, let me take this time to play some music, or let me time to just take a moment and listen to an inspirational speaker or inspirational song or something. Just keeping positive during this time of the year.
When you talk about keeping it positive and speaking things into existence, word sound is power. And if you give yourself some positive affirmations as the year closes, I think you pretty much set the tone for the year to come. You know what I mean?
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, you have to be positive. I mean, because anything that is negative is going to take away from you, and it's going to drag you down. So positivity. I mean, your everything that happens positive, or you can relate to being positive, is good. Anything negative, when you start to break it down, you always see positive things are good, negative things are bad.
Yeah. But what about the negative people? Because you're always gonna come into sharing the space with negative people. And I mean, of course, you're gonna say naturally you walk those people out. Those are the people that you stay away from. But what if those people are your family? Then what do you do?
My mother would always say, you have to wear stuff as loose garments. And so, especially with family, because I think the family dynamics, it hurts even more because they're their family, and they should know, okay, Sean don't like that. And so you have to let things go. You have to let things go. The little things, the big things. My dad, he had a thing. My mom would be fussing, and he'd suck his teeth and walk off. Because he my dad didn't like fussing. And my mom she'd fuss and she would say, and after a while he'd say, hey, I said, hey, and she'd calm right down. But you have to the
Hold
people.
on, back it up. She would be fussing and he would say, "Hey, cut it out." And that's it. That's old school, brother. Nothing this that these women nothing us. Well, cut it out. You crazy? Yeah, I ain't finished. I ain't finished yet. Wait.
Wishful thinking,
Yeah,
Empress.
that's of the past, man. Come on now. Today's woman, you can't talk about quit it. You done?
but
No,
but so
no.
so I'm like my father. I'm unconfrontational, and I don't like fussing. Let's just fight one time. And so some tools that help me, I walk away, or I just get quiet. But it takes two to argue, eh? It takes two to tango. So if I engage, the least thing I say is gonna spark it to another level. So
True.
if I don't throw water or fire on it, I mean or fuel on it, it's not gonna blaze. It's just gonna die out.
Well, you hope that it dies out. But you have
Well,
people
well,
who
if
ain't gonna quit it until their point is made, and until you agree with me. You see what I'm saying? You have those people too. Don't bypass it.
well, guess what? Empress, uh, we agree to disagree. I got your point. Let's move on.
Yeah, but we can't move on until you understand my point.
Yeah,
Don't tell
yeah.
me you
No,
hear me.
but that's one of my tactics. Hey, you're right. I hear you. I get your point, and then I try to move on.
So does that mean you agree with me, or you just trying to move on? Okay,
I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on.
I'm allow you
But
to. I'm allow you to move on. In real life. I'm gonna let you move on. We're gonna take a quick break right here, though, Sean. We're gonna find out what's happening traffic wise. We got our eye in the sky traffic report, followed by more tips as we prepare, of course, for the Christmas season. We're in it. And we're days, and the countdown is definitely on, but you gotta get your mind right. Stay tuned for more tips.
Empress, I grew up in a house with a bunch of females, so I was always outnumbered, and my mom would always say, sometimes you got to take your right and turn it into wrong and just move on, because you'll never have the end of it.
That's what I say now. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah. And I had no win with all my sisters, so it's like I'm the only male in the house. I say something dumb that was chauvinistic or something. No.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking for. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you leave me now, you take away the good. Oh, I can't find it. Ooh, yowzer. Okay. All right.
We
Don't
got
let
people.
it say, huh?
I say, we got people who like to argue.
It ain't a matter of liking the arguing, but you can get my point. How about that? It's not arguing, is it? Is it still considered arguing until I ain't gonna stop till you get my point?
I
Till
mean,
we agree?
if you stay there running on, and I didn't move on and walk away from you, you could afford to stay there and argue. Is you who getting yourself worked up into a tizzy?
It ain't you.
It ain't me. I ain't got time for it.
That ain't fun. You ain't no fun.
No, I ain't no fun.
You ain't no fun, buddy.
Mm-mm. I don't argue. I don't fuss. I don't fight. What Michael say? I'm a lover, not a
Boring.
fighter.
All right, Michael. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Not a fighter.
You gotta say it right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Star 106 hits. Welcome back. Free your mind on a motivational Monday. We got Sean Smith sitting in the seat for Coach Ricardo Miller today as we discuss getting your mind right for Christmas. So if you're just joining us, first tip of the day, you have got to speak things into existence. Your words are so very powerful. So you gotta, you've got to, you're in with the positive statements and you're out with the negative statements.
Negative.
And you definitely got to stay away from the people that continuously bring that negative energy and that negative vibe. So whoever it may be, family member, neighbor, friend, coworker, whoever it is, you've got to do um, you've got to be very intentional about staying away from that vibe, that negativity that people and situations bring. You have those people. The minute you see their text, come up in your phone, it's a vibe. It ain't nothing positive, and it's not
Yeah,
them checking on you. It's something to draw your energy, and you got to be very careful about. Like you got to protect your energy. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Some people just all about protecting their money, they're protecting their house, their family, but you got to protect your energy, right?
yeah. I
Right?
mean,
Right?
it's you have to protect your soul, and that goes into the second point in terms of that negative. You know, stay away from toxic areas
And
and
toxicity.
toxicity,
Yeah.
and during the holiday season, it's so easy to get caught up in toxic stuff. For instance, you get invited to a party, you know, you don't have to go because you already know Fred and John and Tom there, and they like to fight. And as soon as they get one or two drinks in them, it can be an issue. Stay away from it. Hey, I can't make it for this or that. Send a gift, or even send a food item, or send a bottle. Hey, this for your party. Sorry, I can't make it. But stay away from that. You already know what it is.
Well, okay. Does that apply to the family dinner, the one that your people is throw for Christmas? You know that the family can be there. The people in the family like talk about other people in the family. You know about those that don't talk to each other, right? So you're having to pick side as to who table you're gonna sit at because this set of cousins don't talk to that set. This one don't like that one wife. That one wife don't. This one mother-in-law don't like a daughter-in-law. Like, does that include that
That's
setting as well?
that includes that family as well. Sad to say. In fact, you might go drop off your dish and excuse yourself. Hey, I gotta go. I have something else going on. Or you go and spend 10, 15 minutes, say hi to, walk around, say hi to everyone, and then leave. But you already know this happens every year. Every year there's a party or some function you go to, be it work or family, that it's a big blowout or a big brouhaha after it. For what?
Cause
You
the
already know it
food
coming
good. What you mean for what?
because you're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to protect your peace. You're trying to protect you.
Sean, this one is interesting.
So if I
AJ
know some,
says,
so if I know something
when you
coming,
know that family member getting their money by criminal means, by criminal activity, but you still accepting gifts and money from them. Your point on that.
you know, so I say I have a family member who got caught up in some problems the other day, and I was talking to a family member, and they was like, when he comes out, we're afraid. I don't even want to be around him because they and I keep in tune to what's going on at home. They have all these revenge killing. So someone come to kill him, what they do? They shoot me, and I just stand around with him having a family conversation or I love you, cuz or whatever. So you have to. You already know what's going on. You have to stay away from it. That person who to answer AJ, you know that family member may dabble in some stuff. You know he ain't working and he has a little light. Why you can take something from him that you know
Cause
possibly he didn't move from somebody.
or no, it don't necessarily have to be where he stole it. What about those that and I've always had my thoughts on this. People who sell drugs, right? Drug dealers, they are not necessarily, you know, they indirectly they're killing people. And you're a part of them have creating an addiction, and that addiction sometimes, sadly enough, takes people out. So you're a part of the process. You're part of the killing, right? I know people who have drug dealers in their family, and they're glad to be able to benefit. And then you have some who will not take anything that has derived from criminal activity, including selling drugs, which is illegal.
Yeah, I mean, I've this saying where right now I'm fighting for not my nieces and nephews. I'm fighting for my grandnieces and nephews. I'm fighting for them. So things may not hit me or my nephews or my nieces behind me, but it's so crazy. It goes 3 and 4 generations down. I'm fighting to kill some of this generational curse. And so one of the things I do is I don't go places where I'm not celebrated and I'm just tolerated. So I'm not gonna go in a space where I'm tolerated. I want to be celebrated, and I'm gonna celebrate people who are around me.
It's
So
funny you mentioned that. Somebody was just telling me a story how they had and they could have kicked themselves in the butt for it, but um one of their friends who let me just say, for instance, I introduce, let me see, AJ to you, right? I introduce AJ to you, right? I
yeah,
introduce AJ to you. Raisa's throwing a party, right? Raisa is your niece, right? And Raisa doesn't invite you, but invites AJ, right? AJ is your friend. You introduce them, right?
right,
But of course, now you want AJ to go with you to this party at Raisa, but Raisa didn't invite AJ. Raisa invited you, and you beg and beg and beg till AJ goes with you. Of course, because you're really the family member to Raisa, not
yeah,
AJ, right?
yeah,
And you go, and here it is. You are the family member, and everybody looking at you like, "Why are you here?" You know what I mean? Usually you wouldn't have been invited, but because the person we invited you, I said, well, when they were telling me the story, I said, that's where you went wrong. Regardless that was your immediate family, you weren't invited.
yeah,
You were tolerated,
yeah,
and they made a spectacle of it. And now you feel bad for going. You shouldn't have gone, because at the end of the day, you let the word family fool you.
yeah.
You see what I mean? So when you say go places where you're wanted, not
Yes,
tolerated,
not
this is a
tolerated.
classic case of the toleration, because when she got there, it was, it wasn't, with arms wide
Open,
open.
yeah, yeah,
It was more like, oh, hey,
yeah.
you feel me?
Who invite her? Who invite him? And some people will say it out. Oh, Cole, who invite you? Where you come from?
Well,
You know,
no, but guess what the difference is? AJ, right, who is the invited guest,
Right.
called Raisa and say, "Hey, um, you know, thing is my ride, so I have to invite. Can I? Is okay if Sean come with me because
No, you're disinvited.
huh?
No, you're disinvited. That person ain't welcome here. And that's what Raisha should have said. That if she got a heads up
But
that
that's Raisa's family.
that's all right. That's all right. They ain't invited.
Yeah, but how you could invite my friend? How you inviting my friend? This my
See,
friend. I introduce y'all.
see protocol. So what protocol is right, and we have a thing here in the Dallas area.
Entitlement.
Yeah, a cousin of mine called me the other day, asking me for an address that he know I had, and he said, "You going to the party? I need the address." I said, "What party?" I didn't get invited. I had the address. I sent him the address. I didn't go because I
Yeah,
was
you
not
wasn't
invited.
invited though.
I wasn't invited, and my cousin was gonna take me, and I was like, "No, why you? I ain't going because I wasn't invited to their party. That's their house where they
Oh,
pay mortgage. So
look how
I've
AJ trying to
experienced
set a
this.
fire. Invite your child, but don't expect the baby mommy or daddy to. Now, look, AJ taking a break right here. We're going to take a quick break. We're trying to set a fire. This is Free Your Mind as we get our mind right for the holiday right here on the Star. Stay tuned.
AJ coming in hot. AJ off the chin. AJ, you know
Listen,
exactly what's going
AJ.
on.
AJ,
AJ know
stop your
exactly
mess.
what. Listen, it's so much. And you said it. You said it where you have the family dynamics that everyone don't mesh with everybody. You know,
They
and
don't.
so if I ain't beefing with nobody, right? When I invite Paul, who is my cousin, I tell Paul, now you know I ain't got no beef with Gene, and Gene is my other cousin. Gene coming. So I can tell Gene the same thing. I don't want no foolishness or y'all. We just come and have a good time. If you ain't want to come, have a good time because that person coming, don't come. We don't like Coach always say, we don't like having those tough conversations.
But listen. So let me give you another scenario real quick.
Right.
Gee, I turned on my mic. I can give you another scenario real quick. I don't know how I end up turning on my mic, but here we go. Here we go. Wait for
Star 106 hits. The best variety of the 80s, 90s, and now.
Star 106, it's welcome back. Free your mind on a mood of Monday, motivational Monday at that. Getting your mind right for the holiday. And we're on that whole toxicity run right now. I'm gonna give you another example. All right. Check this out. And you tell me whether or not you would go. Real life situations here, people. So a man and a woman get married. Okay. The child of the husband had a child prior to the union, right? Wait,
Mm-hmm.
biscuit, listen to this. Right? So the union, don't laugh, listen. So the guy in the marriage has a daughter, right? The child's mother does not like the fact that this young man got married and now has a wife. Okay, so here comes the little girl's birthday, right? They want to invite the union, the marriage baby, to the party at the little girl's house where the baby mama lives, right? But don't want to invite the owner of the child, the mother from whose loins this baby came from, saying that they're inviting the little girl's brother, but not the child's mother. Now, would you confused? No, listen. Let me give it to you again. Follow the story now. Two people are married. The husband
You
and
and
the
I are
marriage
married.
have a child prior to. Okay. That little girl is having a birthday, right? So now the two who got married, they have a baby. And the little girl who's from the pre existing relationship, she wants her little brother at her birthday party, right? The husband is saying, okay, I'm going to take little baby AJ to his sister's party. But the mother of the child, which is his now new wife, is saying, this baby ain't going nowhere without me. You see what I'm saying? But the baby mama is saying she's not welcome to my house. Your new wife is not welcome to my house. But the baby could come. Now, would you be sending your baby, hello, somebody? The answer is no. No, 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 no. I don't care how much, brother. That's my child. I mean, it's our child. I get the union. It's a child in the union, but you're not gonna take my baby who cannot speak, right? To the baby mama who don't like me, right? For you to pinch up my baby. No, sir. No, no, no. Anybody agree with me on this? Sean,
Well,
you're laughing. I'm serious.
no, it goes back to being celebrated and not tolerated. But at the same time, too, as an adult, if I'm having a kid's party, then I need parents to be around to help out with a bunch of kids running around. So that's kind of ignorant of me having a kids party and saying that the adult of that kid can't come.
No, but you have to remember the woman is mad that he didn't marry her.
Get over
You
it.
feel
Why we see? That's the thing. We taking all these grudges and all of these hurt and all these pain
yes,
into,
yes,
it's weighing you down. Get
yes.
over it. You didn't have another baby daddy or another boyfriend or a husband yourself. Why are
No,
you worrying about what's going
no, the
on?
problem is she don't.
All these,
Go
listen,
get one. That's what you want
go
to say.
get one. Go get one. Get your own. Listen, we gotta stop taking all these hurt, all these pain, and all this suffering into. See,
All the
and guess what?
baggage. Say it.
All this baggage, because guess what? She's gonna now take that into her next relationship. She is now gonna transfer that into her kid. Then her
That's right.
kid is gonna have a problem.
That's right.
What are we doing? We're the adults here. We're the ones who's supposed to be setting examples. We're the ones who's supposed to be saying, "Hey, let's be the bigger person. Let's get over that." It hurts, and I've been through hurt. So
I think
I'm
everybody has been through
yeah,
hurt.
I'm saying it, but I don't take lightly that. Listen, everyone's gone through hurt. Everyone's gonna experience hurt in their life, but you have to learn how to brush yourself off, get up, and move on. You can't stay wallowed down in that hurt and that pain and that suffering because you're only gonna transfer that on to generations to come.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Okay, I think we covered that pretty good, eh?
I think so too.
All right, the next one is self care. So when I was sitting down thinking about this, I started thinking about Junkanoo and all those Junkanooers who may be who was in the shack from September, burning the midnight oil, uh, and just on taking care of themselves. For one, let's just hit some points. They
I'm
ain't
sure.
eat, they ain't eating right. They ain't hydrated, and then on top of that, they're not moderating their alcohol intake.
Real.
So when you go and start to rush, I've heard people who dropping down there from heart attack or from their sugar levels being too high or blood pressure being too high because they're not monitoring it in the sake of saying, hey, I as a junkanoo, I rush and I in the shock, you know. So we have if you want to really be an effective junkanoo or rush, you got to take care of your tempo and your tempo being yourself and simple stuff, eating right, hydrating. I know. Taking your medication, taking as simple as taking your medicine. You got to take your medicine 3 times a day, but you so in your mind, you so in
Feel.
Gulf and in that valley. ah, Take care of yourself. Did Renee, did I say something offensive?
No, you say in the valley, some Saxons would not like your expression just now.
No, I'm just saying those. I don't like those valley boys. My daddy was a valley, but in all seriousness, we have to take
I used to
better care of
say eat
ourselves.
right when we have Sunday. Come on, man.
Hey, I remember a show that you had uh, some time ago where you said this lady sit down and eat a whole pan of macaroni,
Pan of macaroni
whole pan by herself,
by yourself,
easy.
easy.
So we got if we want to stick around for Junkanoo, we got to do some stuff in order to be there for Junkanoo to watch it, as well as to be there to participate in Junkanoo. And you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of your tempo. Another thing,
Wait,
you
see,
know,
AJ has another great point. Self care also means protecting your mental space. If you know someone keeps bringing stress to you, cut them off.
and I was just about to hit that mental part of it, because the mental part of it is so important. I think sometimes it's something that we really don't pay attention to. Mental care. You know, guys, I know at home we don't do it a lot, but here in America, people have someone that they're going to sit down in a chair and talk to. You know, and
No, we don't do
we
that.
we have more of those persons now at home now too.
Yes.
Get somewhere, sit down and talk to someone. And I said it the last time I was on. Get that village. If you have, I have a life group that I go to, a bunch of men, and in fact, I had a life group of a bunch of men, Spark men, when I was home in the Bahamas growing up. You know, senior men who I every Thursday we have Bible study and prayer. Uh, and they talk about life, and that kind of helped prepared me for some of the stuff that I've gone through. You need to get yourself ready, not just physically but mentally. Prayer and church helped me a whole lot. I mean, I can't even go into all the stories, but yeah, it prayer changes things. Prayer changes things, and that's a part of getting your mental stage, your mental faculties right as well.
Sean, I don't want time to run out because we gotta hit this finance and the wasteful spending and the gift expectations, and not even just the gift, but the cost of the gift and people's expectations of what it is they feel you should give them.
you know, you got to create some boundaries. Uh, Financial boundary is one, time boundary is another one, and space boundary. And I'm gonna try to hit them real quick. You know, Financial boundaries. Let's deal with financial boundaries first. You only have what there's no sense, and we see it every year. People going to the bank trying to borrow money to get ready for Christmas. And
Foolishness.
then in January, they got a problem because they can't pay it back.
That's
Or
right.
they paying it back all through the year to then go back November or December to borrow the same amount of money to
That's
take
right.
them through the next year.
That's right.
That's insane. You have to create some financial boundaries. Don't worry, but with the old people say, Mr. Maki dog, don't worry, but what Mr. Maki got down there. You don't know what Maki do to get that.
That's right.
So we have to take care of ourselves and our house, right? And live within your means. And if you do that, people will respect you more. You know,
Will
but
they,
take
Sean? Will they, or will they be mad at you?
you can get it. You can be as mad as you want to, but I know that I'm gonna sleep right when I go to bed. Once I get food in my house, a roof over my head, and my bills are paid, I am content. I sleep like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you set that boundary up, I have $10, and you break down a dollar going here, a dollar going there, a dollar going there. When you get to Christmas, if your financial plan was in place, when you get to Christmas, you would probably have some money, because if you budget your money right, there's no need to go and borrow money. Back home, I grew up where people go in ASU. I want the last draw in December when I know I need that money,
Yes.
my little couple dollars. All right. If our parents can do it, we should be able to do better. My dad always told me, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. So
That's
I
right.
had to take responsibility for my finances, and then I got to train my kids and their kids how to be financially responsible as well.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely. And
Time,
live within your means.
live within your mean, and time. Money is time. Don't waste your time doing foolish stuff when you could be out there working or earning a salary, or even just resting. You know, you're out there partying and you're being to work for what, 12, 14 hours. Now you leave work and you go. And guess what, guys? When you in your 17 to about 25, you can do that. That's fine. When you start hitting at 25 and up and 30, and on top of that, everything in life you can get back, but time is the only thing that you
Can't.
can never get back.
Mhm.
You can never get that back. And so if you pace yourself, the old joke, the young bull and the old bull standing on the hill, and the young bull tell the old bull say, and run down and get a heifer, and the old bull say, no, walk down and get them all. Time. That's the only thing you can never get back. Now, the last one, and I got a good story in this last one, space. So my wife and her family, her grandparents, they knew that on Sundays they could not go over to her grandparents' house. Why? That was their sex day. So they set a time, they set aside space and time for them. They, their Sunday afternoons was just allocated to them. Space. I can't go to my aunt's house and go and open a refrigerator or a freezer. That's off limit. That's you invading someone's space. And during the holiday times, I think a lot of times people, oh, it's a holiday, it's all right. No,
Free fall.
no, yeah, know your boundaries. Know that. No, I can't. You know, my I have a lot of sisters. Like I said earlier, my sisters weren't allowed to sleep out, especially during the Christmas time. You crazy? Nuh-uh. Not because it's Christmas. Like you can see. No, 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 no.
No sleepovers.
Time and space can never get time back, and set boundaries for your space. You can't just come into my house and do what you want to do because it's Christmas. Respect my
That includes
space,
mental space too. I'd like to add.
including mental space.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Sean. That is it. That is it. Food for thought for the holidays and beyond.
Food for thought. Hey, I'm in a WhatsApp group, and one of my classmates is celebrating a birthday today, and she wanted me to say happy birthday to her. Uh, However, I'm gonna say happy birthday to about 3 or 4 persons because I know if I don't do it, they can get me for it.
Yep.
Mona Lisa, my class, my high school class group, Gigi, your namesake Renee is celebrating a birthday coming up. Carlisle and Maria Mott, Glenn Roll, happy birthday, Pastor Glenn Roll, and of course Karen Miller and Pastor Ricardo Miller. Happy
Happy
anniversary and happy birthday.
anniversary. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Sean. It was a pleasure. Thank you so
It
much. It
was
was great having you as always. And of course, I want everybody to, you know, practice, put into practice those thoughts over the holiday. All right. Top of the hour, 5 o'clock. Y'all know what time it is. Time for your drive at five right here on your hit station. We're Star 106 hits.
Oh, yes, we know that saving money
I
is
know that was a lot to unpack right at the end, but boy, uh,
Yes.
woo! Just
Yes.
just time alone, in space. People invade your space. All you know something, and we allow it. We
Who?
allow people to
Who? Who allow it?
invade our space.
Who allow
We
it? Y'all.
well,
Not I. Not
well,
I. I
it's a
don't play that way. Like I
yeah,
know people who feel some type of way that I don't let that happen. That don't happen in my world.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't invade my space. You crazy. No sir. No sir. No sir. That means the
I did
world
that.
to me.
Yeah, I did that by by
You
by taking.
understand right about we. I know we mean we speak in French around here, but we this chick.
No parlez-vous français?
Yes, je parle français. But you ain't gonna invade my space. No, you're not. No sir. Mm-mm.
And I got rid of a lot of toxic relationships. So my space is clear. No one
You
invade
too.
my space. I, and I have to
Boy,
be honest. I had to clean house
and
from
you know
all
what,
those
Tony?
takers.
It feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Really does. You feel it, feel, and y'all may want to reconsider applying for loans for Christmas if y'all will be thinking that we'll be on a few Christmas holidays. Oh Lord
I
Jesus!
like AJ. AJ, when they come to Nassau, I have to sit down with AJ.
I
I
don't
like
know who
AJ.
AJ is. That's the funniest thing.
He has a great last name, so who knows? He might be related to me.
You might be from you around here looking for family. Come off my life. Come off
Renee just said that on Friday.
my, come off my life. You around here looking for family. See y'all later.
All right, love you. Bye.
Bye. Be safe, y'all.